Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court Civil Docket for April 10th, 2024. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all directives regarding remote proceedings. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Monares, would you call our first case, please?
Calling cause number 2023 DCV 3903, Elizabeth Quintana et al. Versus Pantusa Towing and Recovery LLC and Antonio Zubia. Can I have announcements, please?
Isn't this the one that was reset? I mean, it wasn't reset. It was actually not going today. It's actually scheduled May 1st.
No, it was the one below that, Judge, 3903.
39, the picture I got from you is Judge page 1, 3903 was reset to May 1st.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I don't think Mr. Smart heard us. He was frozen.
Oh, I'm here, Your Honor. I'm here on behalf of Wells Fargo, so that this, what you called, is not my case.
Right. So we need to call the first case, Mr. Monares.
Oh, I called the wrong one. I apologize.
Uh-huh.
Okay, calling cause number 2022 DCV 1735, Wells Fargo Bank NA versus Elizabeth Lozano. Can I have announcements, please?
Carl Smart on behalf of Wells Fargo.
Good morning. Is Ms. Lozano, has she checked in with the court at all? Is she, I believe she's appeared at previous hearings. Or Mr. Smart, is there been an update on this case, or are we going forward on this summary judgment?
As far as I'm aware, my instructions have been to go ahead and move forward today. And as far as I'm aware, she's been notified of this hearing today. But I haven't seen her, so I don't know what the procedure is to have her. Can't really go out in the hall and have her called, I guess.
And so you're kind of reading my mind, Mr. Smart. I just want to make sure that we have not received any communications and that she's not possibly here in person. Mr. Monares, can you check outside, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. While we were waiting, Ms. Hernandez, have we received anything from Ms. Lozano? I do remember. Okay, she has appeared before because there was, I see your notation here about needing an interpreter. She was to appear. Let me just double check on that, Mr. Smart, and then we'll get to it.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, at the last hearing, Mr. Smart, you were the one with the Spanish skill set, right? That was communicating, kind of, trying to, if there would be some communication, I think the court was at a loss and for Spanish.
Right. That we didn't have an interpreter, and so generally for the summary judgments, we don't require that we have a record. So I thought, well, I know you speak Spanish, I speak Spanish well enough, we could probably go through the hearing in Spanish.
Right.
And
I don't know if I was feeling like my Spanish was even close to up to par, but now it's coming back to me the last time we were here and she was here. Okay.
But I think you rightfully said, since this is sort of a second summary judgment, that perhaps best to be on the record, and that would be difficult in Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Anyone, Mr. Monares?
I called for Ms. Lozano 3 times, Judge. No answer.
No answer. And we were set at 10 o'clock. Okay. All right, Mr. Smart, you may proceed.
Okay, Your Honor, this is a credit card default issue. This is the second time we've come for a summary judgment hearing. It's my understanding that there was some confusion on our end last time, and we didn't actually send an attorney, which is why I believe that we were denied the first time. Not necessarily there was some specific issue with the motion itself. But what we have included is the affidavit of Joshua Staybill. He's a longtime employee of Wells Fargo. He's familiar with how Wells Fargo keeps their records, and specifically with the records of Ms. Lozano. He's included a few exhibits, one of which is the credit card agreement itself, which shows the agreement. In that agreement, it very clearly states that use of the card is acceptance of the terms of the agreement itself. And then we've included basically every single bank statement that she credit card statement that she has. And with the final one being in February of 2022, the total on the bottom that is due on that is $15,785.48. That is the amount that we're asking for. At that point, Wells Fargo placed the account into a charge-off situation. They stopped charging any interest or fees. So that amount has remained static since that point, and that's the amount that they're looking to collect here. If you look at the final page of the last statement, which just for ease of you finding is the last statement before you'll see the affidavit of Tom Sellers, that has that amount listed on it specifically down at the bottom, as it says new balance, and then it'll have that 15,785 amount. Also, I'll just direct your attention to the middle of that statement, where it says that this account it's under important information, and then it says notices. And then within that paragraph, it says that this account is in default for failure to make payments due. So that indicates that we have indicated to her that the amount was, the account is in breach, and specifically have directed us to the amount that would be required. That is like I said, that is the amount that we're asking for today. Additionally, we've included the declaration of Tom Sellers. He's another attorney with our office. He's been an attorney for roughly 14 years with our office for that period of time. He charges $190 per hour, which I think is very reasonable for an attorney of his skill set, and just worked a little bit more than 4 hours. So the total we're asking for is $800. We're not asking for anything for my time today or anything like that.
Okay, and I do see all of the exhibits as well as the motion. I see 15,785.48 in terms of the account, outstanding account, $800 on the attorney's fees. So if you don't have anything else, let me have a proposed order, and your motion is granted.
Okay, I believe there's one in the file, Your Honor, but I'll happily have my assistant send you another one today if you need.
We probably have it buried in some email somewhere if you send it, and it's a lot easier if you send it.
Okay. Is there an email address that is easiest for me to send it to?
Yes, my.hernandez@epcounty.com.
At EP County. Okay. Just out of complete curiosity, my wife's name is Maitreyi, and so she goes by Mai all the time. And so I was curious as to what the MY stood for.
It's Myrna, so it's my.hernandez.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Smart. I appreciate your time.
You have a wonderful rest of the day, Your Honor.
You too. Take care. Is anyone else ready, Mr. Menardez?
No, ma'am. Nobody has logged in yet, but Mr. Mandel for 2665.
Okay. All right. Welcome back. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge and Ms. Myrna, let you know that I have another report that I'm covering for this morning.
Oh, okay.
It's not till I probably don't have to log off till like 11:20, but I wasn't sure how long I saw a 10:45 motions hearing.
Let's see. Okay, good catch. Let's see, Myrna, Mr. Monades, if we can call up Mr. Davis, Harold Davis, and Stephen Weller, and see if they can log in early. Because I want to say, Bertha, it'll be within that time. And watch, we're gonna ask them to show up early, and it's gonna take 5 minutes. But I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. So let's see if we can get them to log on early and you're available. Maybe I can get them started early.
Yes, because I have to be committed to the referral court. So that way I could jump on over there.
Beautiful. Let's see what we can get. Okay.
No problem, Judge. Thank you.